Hey guys, so today's video is going to be about my first ever experience at Vidcon, and just a warning, this will not be a negative video. I've had a very good experience there, and contrary to like different belief, everyone's always saying how horrible it is and how bad it is and like how everything is just so messed up, but honestly I had a great time. I mean, other people could have had bad experience. Sorry, it's a loud car, but my experience was great, so let's just get right into it. Me and my family came to California from Ohio, and we spent 7 days, our Tuesday to Tuesday. So the first day doesn't really matter because nothing happened. And then the second day we were there on a Wednesday. We went to California Adventure in the day, and then at night we went to the first, not technically the first day of VidCon, but like, it's hard to explain what it really was, but like it was like the register day, and then at night they had like a concert, and they also had like just a big long row of like food trucks and just activities like a wheel you could spin and like a Ferris wheel type thing and just like random stuff, and everyone was just kind of in this one long forest, no, I don't know how to explain it, like, kind of like driveway type walkway part that was ended by the stage, like the Hollister stage I believe, and they had a big concert going with about like, I'm gonna say like 6 people performed, and the only reason that I came that day was to see Jon Cozart, which I ended up getting to see him. I was very happy, and I did not expect this day to be like what it was, but I ended up getting to meet Plain Rock 124, if you people know who he is, Dangmattsmith, the selfie kid from the Super Bowl, and the guy from the One Vine, Jimmy. And he, you know, the one Vine, like, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, I met them. So I'm going to now insert all the videos and, no, the photos of me meeting all those people on the first night of VidCon. So, like, that happened, and what happened was we got there around 5, no, we got there at 4:30, and then the concert didn't start till 5:30, but I didn't really know any, well, I knew who they were, but wasn't really a fan of the other people, so we waited till 9:30 or about 9 to see Jon Cozart, and we just kind of walked around. It got a little bit old after a while because all it is just one walkway part thing. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll kind of be able to see it in the pictures, but like walkway part where there was just not a whole ton to do because the inside wasn't open, and we ended up getting food inside the Hilton food court place. So that was the first night. It didn't really count because it wasn't like an official day. So the next day, I believe, the next day was the kind of the first official day of VidCon, and that day we met Jon Cozart, Versace, and Swoozie at the official meet and greet. So this was a very busy day. Basically what happened was we got there, I'm gonna say 11:30, and we immediately got in line to meet Jon Cozart. His was at 12:30, and how they have it is there's this big looping line chain thing, and you have to wait into a really long line to scan your wristbands to get into the long line, but the line doesn't move yet because it hasn't actually started, so everyone's just kind of sitting around until like the real thing is it's really hard to explain, but you kind of have to just sit around until they actually start the meet and greet, which is when everyone's walking outside into a different building, the meet and greet hall, and then that's when you get to wait in another line for like a half hour maybe, and then the actual line starts moving, and then you actually get to meet him. So I will be putting that photo of me and him in the video right here. So after we met him, we grabbed lunch inside of the food court again, and yeah, we ate, and then we went back in and walked a little bit just through the convention hall, and we went to our Versace meet and greet, which I'm pretty sure was, I'm gonna say, around 2:30. So we got there like an hour early again. That time, I'm pretty sure they just took us out really quickly, and we all just kind of waited in there for a really long time, like for like an hour, I'm gonna say, just in the actual meet and greet hall. They kind of changed it every single time we did a meet and greet, but this time was like a little bit different. It's kind of hard because there's a lot of them, but I know something was different about this. Like, it was a little bit more efficient. And we ended up standing in the hallway outside of the meet and greet hall for a little bit, and then like going inside and waiting inside there, and just a lot of stuff. And then we ended up waiting again in the line for like 20 minutes maybe, and then we walked up after waiting in the actual moving line and got to meet him. And it was very awkward because, like, I don't know, it just was, and I ended up stepping on his foot, which was really weird. And yeah, I'll just insert the videos and pictures.
Alright, ready? First photo, 1, 2. Second photo, 1. Oh! 1, 2. Last one, 1, 2.
So then after that, that one went by pretty quickly, I'm going to say, and we ended up going to... What happened? We ended up just leaving and then coming right back into the line for Swoozie, which I'm pretty sure we got... Yeah, we just did basically the same process, a little bit different because it was every time. And I think that was at 5:30, and we got there around 4:30 in that line, and then waited and did the same process, and we went up to him, and we were in there for like an hour. Okay, this time they immediately took us into the meet and greet hall instead of doing what they usually did, and we waited in there for like an hour in the line, and then after an hour the line started actually moving, and then yeah, that happened, and I met him, obviously, and I got a picture and a video, and I'll insert that there.
Hello, as you are. I'm Gooden, you know. Hello, everyone. All right, you ready? I love this room. But I'll just have to come back. The whole outfit is on point. You can dress yourself, you have a bag.
So that was the first, like, official day. We didn't really get a ton in that day other than, like, the meet and greets, but we didn't really get to do a lot else because that took up the whole day because we had 3. And so, yeah, we ended up not going to the second or technically third, I don't really know, the next day after that because we went into LA and did, like, a Brendan Urie meetup signing thing at Amoeba, which is another story of its own. So I won't be talking about that, but yeah, we skipped that day. We wanted to make it in time to go, like, watch a movie premiere. I'm pretty sure they were showing, like, the Teen Titans Go movie, but we ended up not making it in time. So yeah, that was a whole experience. And then the next day, which was the last official VidCon day, was probably my favorite because we got to be free. We weren't, like, put into, like, meet and greet, I don't know. So what happened was we got there at 10:30 in the morning, and I don't know why I said in the morning, and we went to this Facebook Live booth because they had Doug the Pug there, which you don't know. He's like a dog who's like in a bunch of celebrities' videos and stuff. So he did a little Q&A, like his owners talked about and just answered questions for a little bit, and then we did like a very much unorganized line to take a picture with him. And we were there for like an hour, I'd say. Just like the line, everyone was just in a huge crowd in this booth. They tried to get it to an actual line on the side, but it didn't work out. So we just kept pushing up and then going in like a sideways line and then going like that to meet him and get the picture. And they had someone who took the picture like always, but I will insert that here. So after that, we just walked in front of us and we saw that at the Twitter stage they were doing a panel which was Gigi Gorgeous, Alexis Gisel, Flula, and Jon Cozart. And of course, we wanted to see that because we didn't really have anything else to do at that moment. So we grabbed lunch right next to it and then just sat down and watched that happen. And I will insert a video from that.
Empowering. You feel super smart and that takeaway is priceless. Hello for you.
So yeah, that was pretty just fun and chill and just we didn't really we weren't stuck to anything. We could have left if we wanted to, but it was pretty interesting, so we stayed. And then after that, we just looked a little bit through the convention hall for an hour and we walked over to the Rhett and Link panel Q&A thing, which was on the other side in another stage area. And yeah, that happened. So after that, we walked around for a long time because that started at 1 and then we didn't have our next meet and greet till 5:30, which was Jacksfilms. So we ended up just walking around doing stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then 5:30 was the Jacksfilms meet and greet, so we got in line at 4. But this time, sorry, I had to stop it. At 4, we got in line. But this time, it wasn't the line it usually was where we all stayed in this chained area. As soon as you got into that line part, they just let you walk through to the convention hall, which was nicer. But we ended up staying in there for, the whole time. So it didn't start till 5:30, but we got there at 4. But they ended up starting it earlier at 5 because he was there and the line was getting really, really long. So they're just like, come on, let's just get as many people through as possible. So we ended up meeting him at 5:30, exactly. And I will insert the videos and pictures right now.
Hello, how are you doing? Get on over here. We'll get good. I love them. Ready? Thanks for coming.
So after we met him, we ended up running to the YouTube arena, which was kind of hard to find the entrance because it was just really confusing how everything was set up. And we saw the Vidcon Night of Awesome thing, which was just a bunch of people, Emma Blackery, the Merrill Twins. They did a Smosh thing, and they did a dad jokes battle with Jon Cozart and Thomas Sanders, and just a bunch of people just all getting together, which we were really far away, so the video is pretty bad and was kind of hard for us to see, but I will insert a video from that.
Hey cutie, how you doing, Jenna? It is fitting that we're two dads right now. Okay. All right, enough funny business. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thomas.
So we ended up leaving that early because we had to go to dinner. So we left around, it started at 5:30 and we left around 6:30. So, yeah. So then we ended up leaving and that was kind of the last official night. But the next day we went to Disneyland since it was Disney Day for VidCon, and that's kind of an official thing. You get 30% off if you get VidCon tickets and go to Disney. So that was pretty cool, but I was expecting everyone from VidCon to be there, but honestly there wasn't a whole lot of people. We didn't see anyone creators or anything. We just saw, oh, I forgot to add, this is very out of order, but on the one day when we met, this first official day, we ended up meeting Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez because they were just walking, which was very, very cool because I'm huge fans of both of them, and I will insert those photos right here. Sorry, I just had to interrupt to say that. I completely forgot, and yeah, after Disney, that was pretty much our trip. We ended up just hanging out in LA the next days, and yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions at all, I know it was kind of vague. There was a lot more that happened that I could go into. If you have any questions, just comment and follow me on social media at AvaB223, and you can also DM me on there if you have any questions. And yeah.